Hi everybody, my name's Luke Yankee. I'm a writer, director, producer in Los Angeles, and this is my fur child, Henry, I woke him up from his nap to come and say hello to you. Say hello, Henry. He doesn't want to be held right now. He wants to get back to his nap. So, well, I don't know, maybe he's sitting patiently. We'll wait and find out. Anyway, I wanted to share a video clip with you today from my one-man show called Diva Dish. And the clip is called Call Marlene. And it's about the night my mother, Academy Award-winning actress Eileen Heckert, the night she got this little guy. Yes, see, Henry? Henry doesn't care. Anyway, the night she got this little guy, the first phone call she received was from her friend Marlene Dietrich. And they had quite an up-and-down relationship over the years, which I talk about in my book, Just Outside the Spotlight. In fact, there is a chapter in it called Smelling Marlene Dietrich, where I talk about a lot of fun show business dish about Marlene and my mother and their relationship over the years. I hope you'll check it out if you feel so inclined. I hope you enjoy this video. Please feel free to share comments with me down below, and I'd love to have you subscribe to my new Luke Yankee YouTube channel. So thank you so much, and remember to always find your own spotlight. Right, Henry? Got back to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. There was a huge stack of messages and telegrams. This was in the days when people still sent telegrams. And the one on the top simply said, "Call Marlene. Regardless of the hour, call Marlene." With a phone number in Paris. Mom turned to my father and she said, "Jack, won't this be thrilling? My very first phone call 2 hours after winning the Oscar will be from Marlene Dietrich." Hello. Hello, Marlene. It's Eileen. Darling, your makeup looked terrible. It did? But darling, it did in the movie too. And Marlene Dietrich spent the next 10 minutes berating my mother for her lack of style, her lack of fashion, her terrible hairdo. My mother sat there saying, "Yes, ma'am, all right, yes, all right, I won't do that, yes, ma'am, yes, oh, okay, all right, Marlene." In Marlene Dietrich's ABC, under Heckert Eileen, it says, if she were acting in Europe, she'd be queen of the boards. In America, the typecasting barbarism deprives the world of her true talents. My mother was so excited when this was first published, she went out and bought about 75 copies to give all of her nearest and dearest as Christmas gifts that year. But how did these two ladies know each other in the first place? Well, as I mentioned, Maria Riva, Marlene's daughter, did a lot of work in live television. My mother did a lot of work in live television. So they got to be friendly, and Maria had several soirees where Marlene would be holding court. And after one such party, Marlene turned to her daughter and said, "Why do you spend time with that strange woman? She's very talented, but she's strange." And what that meant in the parlance of Marlene Dietrich is that she didn't understand Eileen Heckert, because she didn't understand how someone could be as talented as she thought my mother was without being glamorous. And Maria said to her mother, "I am very fond of Eileen Heckert, and I am not giving her up as a friend." So Marlene figured, if you can't beat them, join them, and she went about befriending my mother. She went to see her on Broadway in The Dark at the Top of the Stairs, and invited her to supper afterwards. And Mom said, "Miss Dietrich, I'm honored. I'd love to go to supper with you, but I have a husband and 2 small children up in Connecticut. And if I don't catch the 11:07, there's not another train until the milk train." So a few months later, as the play was ending its run, Marlene came to the theater again. She said, "My darling, now that your play is about to close, I am going to be doing my nightclub act in Las Vegas. You will come and spend the weekend with me." Now, this wasn't a request. This was a command. So Mom made the necessary arrangements and showed up at the Sands Hotel. And the concierge came up to her and said, "Oh, yes, Miss Heckert, welcome. We've been expecting you. Miss Dietrich is down in the theater." So Mom went down to the theater and opened the stage door very quietly, not wanting to interrupt Marlene's rehearsal. She didn't hear anything. She stepped further into the theater. Still nothing. Finally, when her eyes adjusted to the dim lighting, she saw a scrub woman on the stage, on her hands and knees, scrubbing the floor. Mom said, "Excuse me, I'm trying to find Miss Dietrich." "Hello, darling. How was your trip?" "Marlene, what are you doing? Surely they have people here to scrub the stage." "Oh, these stupid people, they never get this floor clean enough for me. I'm going to drag a $50,000 ermine around this stage tonight, and it's got to be spotless." Apparently, Marlene Dietrich did this in every theater she went into. Here's a shot of that cute little house coat she was referring to. So after Marlene had finished her charwoman duties, they went back up to the suite, and Marlene said, "Now, my darling, of course tonight you will come and see my show. But for tomorrow night, I can get you tickets to anything on the Vegas Strip. What would you like to see?" And without missing a beat, Mom said, "Oh, Marlene, do you think you could get me in to see Sinatra?" Now, how could my mother have known that at that time in Las Vegas, Frank Sinatra was the only performer who outsold Marlene Dietrich? So, Mom saw Marlene's show that night and made a big fuss backstage afterwards. And while the champagne was flowing, Marlene turned to my mother and said, "Now, my darling, I have arranged your ticket for tomorrow night for Frank Sinatra. You must meet my publicist at the box office at 4 o'clock sharp." So, at 3:45, Mom went over to the box office, and the publicist came out looking absolutely ashen, and he said, "Oh, Miss Heckert, I am so sorry. I told Miss Dietrich I could only hold that ticket until 2. So Mom had wised up by now, and she went back to Dietrich's suite, and Marlene said, "My darling, what happened?" And Mom said, "You know, Marlene, I thought it over, and I really don't want to see Frank Sinatra. I'd rather see your show again tonight." And Marlene opened her arms for an embrace from her loyal subject.